Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Polly's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be examining a fragrance from the prestigious house of Floris. This is known as 007 EDP Eau de Parfum, which came out in 2022. So this is a fairly recent release. And yes, this is a tribute, a celebration of James Bond, in particular the great Sean Connery, and Dr. No, which came out in 1962. This is an amazing first-class scent by a first-class company. I have been told by many knowledgeable people that Floris is the equivalent to Creed. So Floris is the British house, Creed is the elite French house. In my opinion, though, Floris has a wider variety, a greater selection of fragrances over the house of Creed. This fragrance here is a stunner. It's elegant, it's gentlemanly, and it's sophisticated. So I'm going to take this out of the box, and it's a very beautiful presentation. There's a little book about the fragrance inside, a little pamphlet, and talking about Ian Fleming and James Bond. So I'm going to take the top off, give it a spray. So initially, you get a very sharp floral blast. This only lasts about 15-20 seconds. This heavy rose geranium type of scent. So don't let that off put you. But very quickly, the rose smooths out. It becomes very beautiful and sweet with kind of a tart citrus to it. As it starts to dry down, it retains its original DNA, but it starts to develop very nicely with some pine notes. It has a minty green freshness, almost of an outdoor variety like walking through a pine forest on a winter day, but it's very subtle. Later on, it becomes woodier, creamier, and muskier. I find it to be slightly animalic and a little bit powdery, but that floral, sweet citrus initial spray remains throughout. As advertised, the top notes are geranium, bergamot, juniper, and sweet orange. The mid notes are carnation, rose, and rosemary. The base notes are oak moss, sandalwood, amber, and musk. Like with many of Floris fragrances, which I have tried, the performance is moderate. And this has always been a bit of a sticking point with me and this company because the fragrances are expensive. And their performance in the ones I have tried has always been moderate at best. You get 3 or 4 hours, that's all you can expect. You can increase the longevity by spraying your clothes and reapplying. You can overspray to a certain degree, but you have to be cautious because of the price of this scent. But it does play very well off the clothes, and it does not mutate into any kind of a little bit of a funky smell that some fragrances have when they are oversprayed or you keep spraying, reapplying during the day. Overall, I would say this is an amazing, elegant, mature scent for men in late 20s and up. It's robust, it's sexy, and it's masculine, but the price is steep. You have to try before you buy with any of the niche fragrances. You always got to be cautious. But with me in Floris, it's unusual because where I live, in Canada, we don't have access to sampling a lot of high-end fragrances, so it resorts to blind buying. But Floris, for whatever reason, is available at one high-end clothing store, so I'm able to smell many of their fragrances. This fragrance here, I would say, is also unique. It's extremely wearable and versatile, and I think it can be your office or your signature scent. In terms of modern mainstream fragrances, it would be impossible to find a profile like this. And this combination and the development of the floral with the sweet tart citrus notes along with the pine and then the woody creaminess and the oak moss is extremely appealing. And even if I smell my wrist now, it's dramatically changed from just a few minutes ago. You definitely get a more woodiness, a little bit more sweetness to it than from the initial spray. So again, with any of the Floris fragrances, they do have sometimes a bit of a sharp opening, but just let that go by the wayside in a few minutes. Then you're going to start to get the dry down, and that's what you should really be concerned about.
So with this fragrance, if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, notification bell. Any comments or questions you have about Floris 007, EDP, or any other fragrances from the House of Floris, leave them down below and I will always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.